My mother-in-law slapped me so hard I hit the floor as she screeched, "You lying woman, that baby belongs to some random man." Husband raged, "Pack your schmidt and die somewhere else." My mother-in-law Susan never liked me. For 4 years of marriage to her son Ethan, she made comments designed to make me feel small. "Megan's cooking is interesting," she'd say with that fake smile. "I'm sure Ethan will learn to appreciate your unique style eventually." When I finally got pregnant after trying for over a year instead of excitement, Susan became suspicious, making comments about how convenient the timing was and joking about paternity tests. When Ethan's sister Brooke announced her pregnancy 3 months after mine, Susan was ecstatic, throwing Brooke a huge baby shower while constantly talking about her first real grandchild. The way she emphasized real when comparing our babies was like a knife to my heart. My baby shower was a small, awkward affair. Susan gave me a single gift, a generic baby blanket with the dollar store price tag still on it. When I gave birth to Caleb, the moment Susan saw him, her face changed. "He doesn't look like Ethan," she said coldly. She kept staring at him with disgust, barely holding him like he was contaminated. The breaking point came when Susan used her key to walk into our house while I was nursing Caleb. "That baby is not my son's child," she said, pointing at him. "You've been cheating." "Susan, that's absolutely ridiculous. Of course Caleb is Ethan's son. Don't you dare lie to me. I know what you've been doing." "I have never cheated on Ethan," I shouted back. That's when she completely lost it. "You lying whore!" she screamed, and her hand flew across my face. The slap was so hard I fell backward off the couch, still clutching Caleb, my head bouncing off the coffee table. "That baby belongs to some random man," she screeched, standing over me. When Ethan came home, I showed him the bruise and explained everything. Instead of being furious with his mother, he got quiet. "My mom said she's been suspicious," he said slowly. "Caleb doesn't really look like me. He's 3 weeks old." But the doubt was growing in his eyes. "Maybe we should do the DNA test." We went to the clinic. Susan kept making comments about how the truth always comes out. Ethan didn't defend me once. The next week was torture. Ethan slept in the guest room and became cold toward Caleb. No more loving photos or silly voices. Susan called daily asking for results. Even Brooke started avoiding me. 3 days before results arrived, the whole family came over like a tribunal. Susan held the envelope with a satisfied smile. "Just admit you cheated," Susan said bluntly. "I'm not admitting to something I didn't do." Ethan exploded. "Just stop lying. Just tell the fucking truth. Pack your shit and die somewhere else," he screamed. "I can't even look at you." Susan smiled triumphantly. "Don't worry, Brooke. You'll give birth to the first real grandchild." I left for my sister's house for 10 days. When I returned for the results, Susan tore open the envelope dramatically. Then her face changed from triumph to horror. "What does it say?" Ethan demanded. "The probability of paternity is 99.97%, she whispered. But I wasn't done. During my week away, I'd researched family genetics and called Ethan's Aunt Margaret, who sent me photos of his grandfather as a baby, who looked remarkably like Caleb. "I did some digging into your family history," I announced. "Your aunt explained how genetics work, how babies can look like great-grandparents instead of parents immediately. Your son has your family's genetics. You just never bothered to understand them." Ethan was crying. "Megan, I was wrong. You told me to pack my shit and die. You let your mother hit me while I held our newborn." I gathered my things. "Susan, you were right about one thing. Brooke will give birth to your first real grandchild, because Caleb and I won't be part of this family anymore." I threw those DNA results at them and walked away. I filed for divorce and never looked back.